O'Connor carries this one forward for the Foreglen men. Approaching the 45-metre line, taking on the Limavady defence. Plays it off. Chance here now for the full forward. Late challenge comes in on him, but he gets the effort away. Over the bar it goes. Shea Watson with the opening point.
He's been a prolific man scoring ways for them, Ciaran O'Connor. He pops up on the lists all the time. Already they're in a better situation. Like Claudy, can't emphasise how dominant Claudy were early on. Like Foreglen couldn't even get their hands on the ball, and already what have we gone? We have 3 minutes gone and they've already settled into the game, so they have a chance to play it on their terms. But can they go 2 up?
Yep, they can. O'Connor, who was fouled, pops over the free. But Limavady needed, just as you mentioned, a little bit of time on the ball just to pass it around and everyone to get a little touch.
Yeah, and on that last play, Limavady had a man out wide and Oisín Duffy was very much sitting in the small D. And I don't know how they were able to get that pass, because it looked as if it was going to be Foreglen's ball. But I suppose more importantly from Limavady, they've settled, they've got themselves a point.
Extend that lead back out to 2 points now. We're in the 8th minute of the opening half of this McFeely Group Intermediate Football Championship, as the ball is sent over the bar from Ciaran O'Connor for his second of the day.
You just see him just when they need him. And we spoke on the podcast, Alan, about Limavady and just that Harry McLaughlin factor against Craigban and how Craigban weren't able to cope with it. And Limavady are finding out now that Foreglen have turned it up a notch as well. So and a big kick for Ciaran O'Connor. Yeah. I think it is Ciaran. Yeah, it is.
Going for the 2-pointer as he steadies himself, takes a deep breath. Little jig on the spot to come forward. Gets a very good connection, but it's just gone to the other side. Has it? No, it has gone inside the post, and it's over the bar for the orange flag, and a 2-pointer for Ciaran O'Connor side. And coming out to gather possession, they're driving through the centre again, and here's a chance for Ciaran O'Connor. They might be thinking of a goal here. Ciaran kicks it on again. Ciaran goes forward, takes the point. Over the bar it goes, and they're looking very good at the moment. A chance to put a side 6 in front, and he curls that one beautifully over the bar. It's been impressive so far from Foreglen. An opening quarter that has been dominated by Foreglen, and Ciaran O'Connor has already hit a 2-pointer from roughly around the same position. Comes forward this time, gets a wonderful strike again. That's a beautiful strike from Ciaran O'Connor again. But instead they like to play it to Liam Downey. Downey gives it into Owen Duffy. Duffy finds a little bit of space. Duffy with the effort, Duffy with a point.
Foreglen have turned that into another move of patience, and Ciaran O'Connor in the ball and Ciaran O'Connor. So the names change, but the thing stays the same. It's all composure.
It is. They're very composed at the moment, and they find themselves a little bit of space. That's another sweet kick, and sweetly between the posts and over the bar it goes, and as good a score as we may see all weekend.
Bib over the top of his jersey, so the officials have been tuned in.
I'm surprised that they hadn't changed, but here is a chance.
Mary Kay Burke's old issue with the always having the same colours, the ref, so this is something similar.
And that's well struck. It's no short, but there might be a chance here yet. He turns and swivels, but it's gone. It has gone over the bar. I'm not sure who was it.
I think it's Cormac Quigley.
Cormac Quigley was a turn.
So yeah, because momentum's an awful thing and it can be easy enough turn, but Foreglen were just, I don't know, just so simplistic, but again very devastating. Like 11 points in 25 minutes. Ciaran O'Connor with the 2 frees.
Cormac Quigley fouled and gets up, dusts himself off and pops that free between the posts.
They have just been living on the edges.
It's a shot for nothing here from Liam Downey. It's a 2-pointer. He had the opportunity to go back for a free, so that's what enticed him to go for the 2-pointer, and he delivers and extends that lead out now to 10 points again. Into the boot, the ball into the corner, looking for the run there of Cormac Quigley. Quigley has it, but he's way out in the acute angle. Quigley goes for the point with the left foot, and that's a good score. If they can get the ball into Cormac Quigley, he is a danger, and that's a well struck point from half time, and deservedly so. It's been impressive from Foreglen. See how he can perform here. The second half about to get underway, and we are underway, and Callum rises high, gets a touchdown on it and grabs possession, breaks away from the challenge. Referee plays the advantage. The long strides of Callum Brown as he comes forward. He's been bottled up there, but he's been fouled, and the referee has a foul, and you can see the lift it has given the Limavady supporters.
Yeah, it has to. You have to use that card if it's there, and there's one of their main men as well, Cormac Quigley, but they need a score from it, Alan. It's all very good, they need a score.
As they come forward, Callum's just gone into the full forward position at the moment. Been tracked back there by Cahir O'Connor, and the ball's been launched in this way, but there's going to be too much on that. Goalkeeper watches and grabs it above his head. Good goalkeeping from Tiernan Burke. Hassan inside now to King. King looks for support, breaks away from the challenge here, and an opportunity here for King, looking to hit the score.
Oh, brilliant score.
Sweet score from Richard King. 2 in the first half, going for his third 2-pointed free. Little jig on the spot and comes forward again. Gets a beautiful connection, but it's not going to. It has the legs. A sweet score again. Cahir O'Connor, the man of the moment, to rob it back off him. The referee plays the advantage of the ball in here, looking for Cormac Quigley. Quigley turns his man. Quigley bearing in on goal here. They need a goal. Quigley settles himself.
Oh,
wonderful save. Super save from Tiernan Burke. It looked goal all over it, but Tiernan Burke stood firm to get a wonderful hand to it. Here's the replay. Quigley, he settled himself. He done everything right, and it was a strong hand out for a 45.
He was maybe on the Shea Casty step count there, Cormac Quigley, to get inside, but what a save from Tiernan Burke.
So a chance for this 45. Harry McLaughlin, he's missed a couple already from 2-pointed opportunities from frees. This is his first 45. He's nailed this one though.
Brilliant score. They needed it, Alan. They really did. I was actually following what was happening off the ball there, so Quigley fouled, but was that Foreglen's first real possession mistake that I can remember where they gave away a score? But again, it's got to the stage now where a score is no good to Limavady. They have to keep backing it up because
that's 2 in a row. Only the second time in the game they've done that.
But like you touched on it, it's getting the back-to-back scores. They're not able to do that, but full credit to Foreglen, because they had a couple of jittery moments. You know, Tiernan Burke's kick out, they got away with it, but again, who was that man going through the middle? Oisin Duffy, a couple of quick passes, and all of a sudden here we are.
Cahir O'Connor looking to get his score, and he slips, but has it still got it? It doesn't matter if he slips. It's a fourth 2-pointer of the game for Cahir O'Connor. Limavady preparing to introduce Shea McLaughlin, but here comes Foreglen, and that man again, Cahir O'Connor, and Cahir O'Connor sails it over for his 11th point of the day. If he does convert it, yep, he steps inside it, but he has to convert it before it's worth anything, and I think he has done so. Yes, he has.
Umpires like it.
So Richard King, his third of the day, reduces the deficit, but Liam Downey, and that's a great ball inside, turns and pops it over the bar, and a super point from the full forward there, Shea Watson, and he extends the lead to 11 points. Minutes and be hitting the net on a few occasions, but Foreglen are missing nothing. They have been superb. As Caelan O'Connor extends the lead further. 13-point advantage with just under 3 minutes remaining. And he's a beautiful strike of the ball. He doesn't look like a man that was going to miss anything. The challenge of Owen Brown spreads it across here to O'Kane, as Thomas Devlin says, enough is enough. And it's Foreglen that booked the first spot in the McFeely Group Intermediate Football Championship final with a very convincing display, rounded off with a superb individual performance of Cahir O'Connor. 13 points to his game, and in a score of 21 points to 8. The scoreboard really tells the story, Mal.
It does. If you're just turning on, or you'd see that scoreline, it's just exactly commanding, comfortable, assured, all those things. A couple of their key players being outstanding, everybody else doing their job, right down to Tiernan Burke making the save from Cormac Quigley. And you know, Limavady will look back with regrets of just ending their season with disappointment, but like in the first 15 minutes, Alan, they just could not get the ball, and like Foreglen were just so calm in everything that they did, and it meant that Limavady were chasing shadows until they were chasing a game that they were never really going to catch on, and that's probably as quick as you can sum it up, really.
Owen, a highly impressive team performance.
Aye, come very well. The sort of talk semi-finals everybody won. I thought about a real dog fight, to be honest, and we said the first 10 minutes we'd hit the ground running, and I just sort of continued momentum, kept going, and high credit to the young boys, big time. I think they really stood up the other day, big time.
Is that something you've worked on to get going from the very throw-in, the very start?
Aye, we're always known as a slow starter, and hey, to be fair, we normally are. Like Claudia last week, could have put us away, or a couple weeks ago put us out, knocked us out. But we really emphasise, boys, we give 10 minutes, see where we're at then, and keep going. You know what, you have to be momentum, you better swing, and the boys, I say, credit the young boys, they pushed on, and whenever things go in your way, you don't stop. You always feel this purple patch going to come. Limavady's a big team, hey, and they're League Oneers for a reason. But I say, credit their boys just dug on and they kept at it.
Gar O'Connor, I think he finished with 13 points to his name, but his 2-point frees were exceptional.
Unbelievable. And you know what? Like that's the big difference in the game now. If all them only 1-pointers, the game a lot tighter. To be honest, normally they go against us. Normally teams are getting us and pulling us away, but today Gar was unbelievable, on fire. But as running the ball, the athleticism midfield, it was outstanding throughout the game.
Tiernan Burke, he pulled off a fantastic save in the second half, and then he done very well. He knocked another one onto the crossbar, so they were 2 important saves because it didn't give Limavady a chance to get back into it.
No, exactly. And hey, they're the fine margin. If that goal goes in, it brings up some momentum. To be honest, I was glad he saved it because I was overturning the ball. I lost it in my hands and my mouth. I was thinking, Jesus, I ran ball here, but no, thankfully he saved me and he saved the team. But he's again a big player, and our young boy, he stood up big time today.
Was Callum Brown mentioned in Foreglen's training this week?
Who's he? No, I was looking, of course, but if you start looking at every other team, we believe within ourselves, and everybody says it, but we really do. We have a lot of young boys there. We believe within our group, and if we're good enough, like he hasn't been playing here in a long time. We've our own setup there all year. For even if it doesn't step on that environment, it's just not going to be straightforward, not going to be clear cut. But of course, he's a big player, and he showed there what he even done to come on that second half. But hey, we worried ourselves and thought we done very well.
You're in the final. Congratulations and good luck next weekend. Good stuff. Thanks.